Now, the Electoral Commission says it has presented the list of names of 274 gazetted members of Parliament elect to the Clerk of Parliament. The EC made this known at a press conference to address key issues emerging from the recollation and redeclaration of some 9 parliamentary election results, which have been in contention after the December 7 polls. James Aveji has more in the following report.
The Electoral Commission, in its latest update to the general public, has been addressing key issues making airwaves at the back of the recollation processes we've witnessed in the past few days. Dr. Bosman Asari, who addressed the press first, rejected the indications that the recollation process has been illegal, citing historical incidents in the history of our electoral processes to back this position.
It has been stated by some people that the recollation the Commission is doing is illegal. This is because the CI says after declaration you cannot recollate. We wish to state that this is false. It is important to note that the Commission cannot uphold an illegality. What happened at the collation centers where the collations were done without all the polling station results and where people were held to the gun and knives cannot be legal, and the Commission will not uphold this. The following are examples of recollations that took place after disruptions of the collations or declarations at the Electoral Commission under the leadership of our former chairman, Dr. Kwadwo Afarijan, in 2004.
On the matter of the outstanding 2 more constituencies, Dome-Kwabenya and Ablekuma North constituency, which are yet to be recollated and declared, the Electoral Commission has not been specific on when exactly this recollation and declaration would be done.
We are hopeful that the 2 outstanding constituencies will have their members of Parliament elect very, very soon, way before the swearing in Parliament.
The EC says as at now it has gazetted the names of 274 MP elects and presented the list to the Clerk of Parliament for registration ahead of January 7.
The list of the MPs elect.
Members of Parliament.
When you sent it to them. So it is even in the news.
Yes, it's been gazetted.
It's been gazetted.
It's been submitted to
Parliament.
The Clerk of Parliament. Thank you.
Today.
Not today.
No, not today.
The 274 has been gazetted and presented to Parliament.
Yes.
So you can go to the Ghana Publishing Company for a copy. We don't give they are sold by the Ghana Publishing Company.
At the back of all of this, the EC is calling on all stakeholders, including the political parties, to back them to complete the electoral process for the 2024 elections. From the EC headquarters here in Accra, my name is James Aveji for Joy News.
Well, just as you know, there is still a case pending at the Supreme Court over 6 of the recollected constituencies, and that will be heard on Friday. But there's news about Parliament's schedule for registration of MPs and other activities in the lead-up to swearing in of the President-elect and Vice on January 7. Parliamentary Affairs correspondent Kweku Asante joins us via Zoom with details, but we'll go back to Kweku soon. James is on the line. James, give us the details of this situation in Parliament.
Well, Carlos, so this communication actually schedules a line of activities from tomorrow up until the 6th and 7th of January when the President-elect and Vice President are sworn into office. The first part of activities is the registration of members of Parliament elect, which, according to the communication from Parliament, will start from tomorrow, the 25th of December 2024. And that will start as an online activity. And so all of the members of Parliament elect will start their registration online up until the 6th of January 2024, where they would appear in Parliament to do the physical registration process. Then later that 6th of January in the evening, on the evening of 6th of January at 9 o'clock p.m., the members of the current parliament will take their seat in the, on the floor of parliament and undertake the election of a new speaker of parliament at 11 p.m. Then that process will proceed to 12 midnight of 6th of January, where the current parliament will be dissolved, and then the new members of parliament will be sworn in at the midnight of and the early morning of January 7, 2025. Then later in the morning at 9 a.m., the new members of parliament will take their seats again at the Independence Square, where at about 10 o'clock, activities will start for the swearing in of the president-elect and the vice president-elect on the 7th of January at 10 a.m. To crown all of the electoral processes for the 2024 general elections. And so that's the line of activities Parliament will be taken from tomorrow up until 10 a.m. 7th of January, when the president, elect John Dramani Mahama, and the vice will be sworn into office. Carlos.
You are currently at the EC headquarters, where an IPAC meeting is ongoing. What have you picked up so far from that meeting?
So this IPAC meeting was scheduled to happen earlier in the day at 12 noon, but have been rescheduled to this evening at about an hour ago, 6 p.m. A representative of the various political parties arrived here and went into that closed-door meeting with the Electoral Commission. What we are picking is that the Electoral Commission, together with the political parties, are expected to come to consensus on how to deal with the Dome-Kwabenya and the Ablekuma North constituency election recoalition of those two constituencies. We know that there are challenges with the polling station pink sheet of the two constituencies, for which reason the EC indefinitely suspended the action. And so the two parties, the EC and the political parties, at the end of this closed-door meeting should be able to tell us how they'll be able to deal with the Dome-Kwabenya and Ablekuma North constituency, and when the final declaration will happen ahead of January 7 inauguration. Carlos.
Thank you so much. James Savage, my colleague here in the JoyNews room. Now, the NDC has already been reacting to the EC's position. Listen to Deputy Director of Elections, Dr. Rashid Tanko Computer, who spoke to my colleague, Mamie Sinyamiche Thompson, on the pulse.
Every electoral sector has its own CI. In 2004, there was a CI that was used to run the election. In 2012, there was a CI. In 2016, another CI also came in. Now, this current CI we are using came into force in 2020, that's 2020, this current CI, and it was signed by Madam Jean Mensah. So the CI has its own regulations that we use to run the election for 2020, and the same regulation we use in running this year. She's referring to 2004. Interestingly enough, I'm still alive. I was the NDC Director of Election for Northern Region. For these two constituencies, Tolong and Yape, they had not done any declaration whatsoever in those constituencies. They were in the process of collating the results when tax came and vandalized the place. And the people ran away. Our agents ran with the pink sheets and brought them to the regional capital, where we did the recollations, and now declared the results at the regional office. That was not the one they are referring to. Our issue with them is that we are against recollation of results.
Well, away from politics, 24 hours after WAEC resumed marking WASI objective papers, the marking machines continue to malfunction amid ongoing financial challenges. Despite these setbacks, the government has assured that the overdue result will be released before the end of the year. WAEC, which is owed over 100 million cedis, has so far received only 25 million cedis. Education Minister Dr. Yao Osei Iduchum stated that an understanding has been reached with the examination body to ensure the results are delivered on time. My colleague Michael Ashali has more in the following report.
The fate of over 400,000 candidates who sat for this year's WASI have remained uncertain for the last 3 months following delays by the West African Examination Council to release their results due to broken scanning machines. Their inability to fix it was blamed on government's indebtedness to the council to the tune of 118 million cedis. Following a 25 million cedis payment from the Education Ministry last Friday, WAEC deployed a skeleton team to expedite marking of the scripts. Public Affairs Director of WAEC, John Kapi, yesterday told JoyNews technicians are working tirelessly to fix the machines, paving way for the marking of the papers.
Well, they have indicated that they would need to procure some replaceable parts, and then also there will be some extensive work. Some of them have been written off. Some of the scanners have been written off.
Education Minister Dr. Yao Osei Educhum visited WAEC to observe the status of the process. He toured facilities, including rooms housing machines, scanning the objective sessions of exam papers. While progress was evident, challenges with the machines persisted.
We have done about 45%.
Okay, good. By the end of the day, they will hit what, 60? I hear the machines are
The machine keeps on breaking down. They are fast, but they keep on breaking down. So as it's fixed, then we are able to.
The technicians are born together.
WAEC reports that nearly 50% of the exam papers have been marked. Education Minister Dr. Yao Osei Educhum assured that the results will be released before the end of the year.
This is not unusual. However, I came to apprise myself of developments in terms of the fact that they are working now through the holidays to get the results out on or before 29th of this month. So I came and I saw the workers scanning is being done. Close to 50% is done. They assure me by the end of the day over 50% of scanning will be completed. On or about 29th of this month, the results will come out.
There is still no clear timeline when the government will settle the remaining debt of over 90 million Ghana cedis owed WAEC. The minority in parliament says the current challenges facing the educational sector are clear signs of the ailing educational sector. For JoyNews, Michael Ashale.
Now let's take you to the roads now, where the 56.4 kilometer Jasik-Addo Pepesu Road has developed yet another defect 3 years after its completion. Despite assurances that quality work was going to be ensured, the current state of portions of the road tell a different story. Correspondent Peter Sedo reports.
2 months after its inauguration in September 2022, the first defect was reported and subsequently fixed by the contractor at Kokrantumi, a suburb of KJV. A year on, another defect was noticed at Papasi Junction at kilometer 17, which was supposed to have been fixed. This was the state of the repair works done on the 11th of January 2024 when JoyNews visited the area at about 4 p.m. when work was supposed to have been completed. A year after the second report on the deteriorating state of portions of the road, the same area is given up, exposing the quality of work done on the stretch. The Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, in 2019, during the sword-cutting ceremony at Jasikai, touted the credibility of Sino Hydro Company as that of world class.
I know Sino Hydro wants to take 30 months to do this. We are going to push them to go faster so that we can get to our roads very quickly. But Sino Hydro, as you all know, is a world-class. Power China is a world-class organization. World-class. They do quality work and they are known for what they have been doing.
The then Roads Minister, Amakwata, vowed and assured that the days of shoddy works on our roads were over as far as the integrity and credibility of Sino Hydro was concerned.
The Ghana Highway Authority will ensure that the implementation of these works is adequately and properly supervised. For Kenyans have value for money. And I have competent, knowledgeable engineers in my ministry to do this supervision. And I want to assure all of you, to assure the people of this country, that under the leadership of His Excellency, the President, Nana Addo
Well, away from the road, some patrons of the Labadi Beach Hotel have raised serious concerns about excessive noise levels caused by activities at the Polo Beach Club, which shares a wall with the hotel, despite an interim injunction granted in favor of Labadi Beach Hotel, restraining Spartan Ives Limited operators of the Polo Beach Club from operating the club or hosting events on the hotel's property or adjoining restricted areas for 10 days. The company recently defied the order by hosting an event causing disturbance and discomfort to hotel guests on the night on 22nd December, well into the morning of 23rd. There's more in the following report.
It is 2 a.m. at the plush Labadi Beach Hotel. The premises quiet, with all guests in their rooms, but not all are able to sleep. Loud music and fireworks from the Polo Beach Club fill the air and are clearly audible even within the hotel premises. Just 100 meters apart, it feels like two completely different worlds. While hotel guests struggle to find peace and rest in their rooms, the party is alive and thriving at the Polo Beach Club. Back at the Labadi Beach Hotel, some patrons remain restless. Guests who are visibly frustrated by the disturbance. They are calling for immediate action to put an end to the situation.
We are at the Labadi Hotel and wanted to let you know that the noise has been extremely egregious, and especially at 3 in the morning. I don't mind till 10, 11 at the beach. It's been exceptionally exhausting to hear at all times of the night, especially. During the day we're fine, or up until 12 is a good time, but 3 o'clock in the morning, that's not acceptable. So that's what I have to say about the noise pollution.
And that is disturbing when you spend so much time out and about in Ghana and you come in at night for a good night's sleep, and then your night is disturbed by unexpected fireworks. I'm assuming that it's fireworks.
Music.
And it's very loud, it's very disturbing, and it makes it very difficult. Now you have to work, you have to try to get back to sleep after being asleep, because you've been disturbed from your sleep. So if something can be done about it, that'd be wonderful, because it's very unexpected, and hopefully something can be done.
This comes despite an interim injunction granted in favor.
Well, let's take you back to the EC headquarters here in Accra, where my colleague James Aveji is engaging some of the participants in that IPAC meeting.
We know that when all is said and done, the new Patriotic Party candidates, Honorable Ekwefree and Honorable Michael Quay Jr., will be the winners. It just so happened that in Dome-Kwabenya, there are 3 polling stations that the EC do not have the pink sheet, because in the course of the collation,
that's Dome-Kwabenya.
Dome-Kwabenya, some people attacked the collation center, and then these pink sheets cannot be traced, and the EC plays on record that they don't have it. In the same way as Ablekuma North, the EC mentioned to us that there are 37 polling stations that they are not able to trace the pink sheet. In the same way as was Dome-Kwabenya was attacked, the collision center at Ablekuma North was also attacked. And so the EC has asked parties to furnish them with the data we have by Friday. So we still interrogate. So that's what has happened today.
But does the NPP have those pink sheets, 37 and 3?
Before our data was attacked at the collision center, we had scanned them. We have scanned all the pink sheets in Ablekuma North constituency. Unfortunately for us, the 3 polling stations in Dome-Kwabenya, we don't have them. The EC also don't have it. So that is the state we find ourselves now. But we should admit what happened at these collation centers on the set day of collation. People attacked the EC and parties. Why are we not able to tell? There were police people there, the media was there, New Patriotic Party was there. And we've seen videos going around. And so for us, we will still be law-abiding, but expect the law enforcement agency, especially the National Election Security Task Force, to ensure that, as they've been ordered by the court, that they provide adequate security for us to conclude collation in these two constituencies.
But how possible will it be for the EC to use your digitized scanned pink sheet when the NDC, for instance, always has issue with using digital pink sheet because they believe that that could be tampered with?
Well, I mean, so it is for EC to produce copy of the results from 8A as was submitted to the returning officer by the presiding officer. But you all admit that their collation was attacked. And who did this? We are not able to name and shame. Very unfortunate. It wasn't the new Patriotic Party.
On the Dome-Kwabenya, the absence of a pink sheet for the 3 polling stations would mean that you cannot collate that. Would you advise the EC go ahead to do the declaration without the 3?
We'll wait for EC to come on. They have the mandate to organize elections and collate results and declare winner. So we'll wait. It didn't take the new Patriotic Party too much of a difficulty to say that in the case of the presidential, Mr. Mahama has secured the vote to constitute government. It didn't. And we are saying that we had more votes than the NDC candidate in these parliamentary elections. And so this new Patriotic Party, when we get to that bridge, we will cross. But we expect the EC to produce the results and collate. We will verify what they say they have. But we are happy to say that it is on record that they don't have pin sheets or results or Form 8A from the 3 polling stations in question.
We'll look forward to how that pans out, Mr. Nimako. And so that's Gary Evans Nimako, actually the director of elections for the new Patriotic Party, trying to see if we can get Dr. Rashid Tanko Computer to speak to. Doc, thanks for joining us. The call from the EC, as we heard from Mr. Nimako, is that you are supposed to help them to get the pink sheet for the 2 constituencies. Do you have the 37 of Ablekuma North and the 3 of Dome-Kwabenya to help the EC with?
Very well. I'm here with my colleague, Madi Jibril, who is also a deputy director, and Madam Eli Kulim, our parliamentary candidate-elect for Dome-Kwabenya. And clearly, I mean, we have it. That's why you saw me running around.
You have the 3 outstanding polling stations.
Okay. We produce the pink sheets. Initially, we send the scan copies. They wanted to have the original ones. That is the carbon copy given.
The duplicate you had from them.
So we brought it and showed to them. But they were still having difficulty with one because the way it was entered on the presidential pink sheet instead of the parliamentary. So they use a specimen one to do that. That is why they are having challenge. So we defer that one to Friday. A decision will be taken because we have
that outstanding
man. So clearly, your guess is as good as mine that our madam here was validly elected because we have the documents to prove. Now, on the issue of Ablekuma North, clearly they raise the issue of scan copies. That they have scan copies. You are talking about 62 polling stations, okay? And they say they have scan copies of 37. That's what they are saying. But we are saying that we are not dealing with scan copies. The game is, even they saw it, when we brought a scan copy on the Dome-Kwabenya, they asked that they wanted to see the physical distance. Even when you are scanning something, you scan it from the original, right? You don't scan it from vacuum. You scan something on the original. And then so we say, fine, if you have the original, bring it. Don't come and be showing us scan copies. That is not a game.
So you are hopeful that if the NPP cannot produce the hard copies, they should be in a position to accept your scan copy and work with it?
No, what we are saying is that Ablekuma North issue has to do with the loss of the pink sheets.
So the NDC do not have that?
We do have some 25 of that. They are saying they have 37. But theirs is rather scan copies. We have
Will you compromise to accept their scan copy to make up the final?
We will not accept any scan copy in this process. We will not.
Why?
We are clearly, that cannot be the case. Anybody can see this is an era of technology. I have a background in software manipulations. You can easily design.
But if you don't have any and they have scan copies, are you not ready to compromise?
Why will you take scan copies? I say somebody can sit in his office and design it. It's a matter of designing it and put it and say, I've scanned copy. Where is the original?
What decision do you expect the EC to take on that?
Well,
on Friday?
If we cannot all get the originals, that is the carbon copies, hard copies, your guess is we have to go for a rerun. It's a simple and short matter. That is how we do it.
For the Ablekuma.
62 areas, because the other one has been properly collated, but the 62 is where they have difficulties. And you heard what the returning officer stated on that day, that yes, they had difficulties. He could not complete the process because he cannot use the scanned copies as he wants to see the physical one. And that is our position.
For Dome-Kwabenya, I'm told the only outstanding issue is one of the polling stations where the figures entered on the for the parliamentary was entered on the presidential, and so they needed to take a decision. Do you expect the EC to accept it and work with it?
Well, that's what we want to wait to hear from them on Friday. They say we should come back on Friday, and then we'll take a decision on that one because they are satisfied with the two we brought. I mean, the third one, of course, that is where they are having challenge with. Well, the law is very clear about it, how to go about it. We look at the voter population of those areas and see if we are not adding it, and you add it to our opponent, whether he can catch up with Madam. And then we'll take a decision on it. It's a simple matter. That's how they took the presidential decision. 9 constituencies were not there.
How was the discussion generally? Did you experience the chaos we seen, disagreement we saw at the coalition centers in there, the two of you disagreeing with each other?
I wish they had allowed the media to come in, because they wanted to play the same game, the same tricks that they used for the Saturday charade they did at the regional coalition center. They wanted to play the same game there, but we stood our ground. My colleague took them on, on those things. And we wish the media had come to capture the scenario. And you will see clearly that there was a lot of funny things going on. You could see people who were not being principled on their own issues. Okay, in one vein, because it suits them, they go with it. When it doesn't suit them, they say, no, we are not going to accept this. We're not going to accept this. Clearly, you can see that they were just not principled. But we stood our grounds and said, no, the game is, if you see that you don't have the pink sheet. Interested, the electoral commissioner was telling that the one who chaired Tete, that they didn't have the pink sheet. Yet they were trying to say that some of them were doctored and all that. You don't have. Where did you get it? They said they didn't have it. But
thank you.
It was doctored.
Thank you.
It is the MPP who first argue that if a scan pink sheet, if scanned, they will not accept it. Then we proved to them that this is Dome-Kwabenya, the document. Then they now came to Ablekuma Central, Ablekuma North. That we should now.
Well, we'll keep our eyes on what has been happening there at the EC headquarters and bring you details in our subsequent bulletin. But you're still watching the JoyNews Prime with me, Carlos Kaloni. We'll take a short break. We'll return with more. Please stay. Well, welcome back. President Akufo-Addo has delivered his final Christmas message to Ghanaians as he prepares to conclude his tenure as president. The outgoing president extended warm holiday wishes to the nation and reiterated gratitude, unity, and hope for the future. The president urged Ghanaians to remember the less fortunate and expressed hope that their prayers and actions would bring comfort and renewal to those in need. Reflecting on his time as a leader of the nation, he acknowledged the immense potentials of Ghana. The president highlighted the importance of hope and love as driving forces for national progress, urging citizens to work together toward achieving extraordinary goals.
Fellow Ghanaians, as we gather with our families and loved ones on this most blessed of occasions, I come to you not only as your president, but also as a fellow citizen, a husband, a father, and a grandfather who cherishes the warmth and meaning of Christmas, just like you. Tonight, our nation is united in celebration, reflection, and gratitude for the gift of life and the boundless grace of the Almighty. Christmas is a time of joy and togetherness, a season when we pause to cherish the enduring values of love, hope, and compassion. It reminds us of the ultimate gift of our Savior, Jesus Christ, whose birth brought light into the world and gave humanity the promise of salvation. His story inspires us to be our brother or sister's keeper, to extend a hand of kindness, and to uphold the dignity of every individual. This Christmas, I invite all of us to reflect on what it means to live as one nation under God. In our homes, let us create memories that are marked by laughter, forgiveness, and the simple joys that remind us of life's true treasures. And in our communities, let us renew our commitment to being instruments of peace and progress. Let us reach out to those who are less fortunate, offering them not just material assistance, but also the priceless gift of our time, love, and presence. As I approach the conclusion of my tenure as your president, I want to speak from the heart and say, thank you. Serving as the leader of our beloved country has been the greatest honor of my life. Together we have achieved remarkable milestones. We've expanded access to education, strengthened the healthcare system, invested in infrastructure, revitalized agriculture, accelerated the industrial transformation of the economy, and worked tirelessly to secure a brighter future for our children. These achievements are not mine, they are yours. They are proof of the resilience and resolve of Ghanaians everywhere. Yet our journey is far from over. Ghana's story is still being written, and each of us has a role to play in shaping her future. Let us move forward with faith, knowing that brighter days lie ahead, powered by the energy, creativity, and determination of our people.
Well, it's barely 24 hours to Christmas, and as characteristic as it is of Christmas Eve, bus terminals buzz with activities and see long queues as increased numbers of travelers gather to embark on their journeys. For many Ghanaians, this marks the fulfillment of an annual tradition, traveling to their hometowns to celebrate the Christmas holidays with loved ones. My colleague Addo gauged the mood at the Circle bus station here in Accra and has come through with the following report.
It's Christmas Eve and the air is buzzing with excitement as people pack up and head home for the Christmas holidays. Well, some people are not necessarily going to their hometowns, they're just wanting a change of environment. We're here at the Circle VIP station to gauge the mood of these travelers. Come with me. Vanessa, where are you going to?
Kumasi.
And what is your expectation when you get to Kumasi for this Christmas holiday?
I'm expecting a lot, like banku, fufu, I like chicken and stuff. I'm expecting a lot because I've been here for a week and I'm going to the family. I'm going back to the family. So, I don't even know what, I'm expecting a lot from them. Like, I don't know. I hate being in the queue, but today I have to do it. Okay. Yeah.
I didn't know what to find.
Oh, me too, quite semi remember. Now my film.
I'm traveling to see my children. I've missed them. I do this every year.
What are some of the things you are looking forward to when you get home?
Actually, home cooked meals and quality time with family.
What driving for how long?
For here, dear, I drive for 3 years now.
And yama bene ya mode tutu akwa mu se na be ya mo safety be ya sure one say one kasa wo life hu here omonso mo life hu here say na why ade way for 3 years mo da so tia den e koso wo ye ne sen.
We do well to maintain our cars after every journey due to the bad roads. We are also very patient with the passengers on the road. That way we go and come safely. This place is packed because of the festivities this year, but everyone will definitely leave today.
Oh, I feel is serious, but this year they are yes, yeah, truly, because they checked last year and the last 2 years.
The numbers this year aren't as overwhelming as the previous years.
Because last year 4 years, 24 from then you better, but this year they yɛbɛfa normal because obi anim system ne munye.
As the holiday rush continues, it is clear that no matter the challenges of the journey, the destination makes it all worthwhile, whether family, food, or just the comfort of being back at home. Christmas Eve brings out the spirit of togetherness in all of us. Here's wishing everyone safe travels and a joyous holiday season. For Joy News, my name is Addo.
Interesting there. Now, in less than 48 hours, the tranquil Ebri Botanical Gardens will transform into a festive haven for thousands of families celebrating Christmas at the Joy FM Family Party in the Park on Thursday, December 26th. The Joy FM Family Party in the Park promises a memorable Christmas celebrated amid the lush greenery of Ebri Botanical Gardens. Now, preparations are well underway, with cleaners ensuring healthy environment for all attendees. Semefa Besu visited the park and now report.
We have less than 48 hours to the Joy FM Family Party in the park right here in the Ebri Botanical Garden. Where I am standing is the lawn where the party will be taking place. On Thursday, lots of families, thousands of families will pitch camp here to party, enjoy music and food, and make memories with their families, their partners, their children, and any other person that they will be bringing here. So this morning we have cleaners around. They are sweeping and arranging stuff. I can see tables, I can see chairs being conveyed here already. Now the cleaners said they were here as early as 8 a.m. today to clean, and they will be coming back tomorrow to make sure that the place is clean. As you know, we must be healthy while partying, so they will be here cleaning and making sure we have a healthy environment, taking care of our body, our mind, and our emotions as well. So let me speak to some of them and hear from them what they have to say. When did you come here and what have you guys been doing?
We came here around 8 o'clock. We are just cleaning here, tidy the place, everywhere to be clean for the program on Thursday.
Okay. So are you coming back here tomorrow, or this is
in the morning? We come here around 6 o'clock. We'll be here.
Okay. I have some kids. Let me interact with them. Hi, how are you doing? What is your name?
My name is Stanley. I'm on painting.
Right, so we have a party here on Thursday. You came here with Daddy to survey the place, see how it's going. Are you coming here?
Yes, please. It will be very exciting, I think so.
It'll be exciting, And what about you?
Yeah,
what do you want to say? You'll be what?
I did it myself.
You'll be coming here with Mommy and Daddy? Okay, so you tell me, which of the games do you think you can partake in? Singing, dancing, eating competition? Which one would you do?
Dancing.
You can dance very well?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mommy and Daddy said they'll be bringing you guys here on Thursday. Are you ready? Yes. Are you going to have fun?
I really like food, so I will partake in the eating competition.
You really like food, so you'll be taking... what about you? You tell me.
Me, dancing competition.
So be expecting you guys on Thursday. Come with Mommy and Daddy and have fun. By tomorrow, everything will be set, and then families can come here on Thursday morning to enjoy their Christmas and make memories with their families.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing all of you there on Thursday. You're still watching JoyNews Prime. We'll take a short break. We'll return with Showbiz.